Welcome to Vlogmas Day 16. I'm all geared up with my cozy sweater and a warm cup of coffee to tell you guys what my favorite books are to read by the fire. Hello everyone, it is Samantha. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I'm excited about today's Top 5 Wednesday topic because it has to do with one of my favorite things, and that is curling up by the fire on a cold winter's night to read a good book. So today's Top 5 Wednesday topic was to talk about your top 5 favorite books that you think are great for curling up and reading by the fire. And I have chosen 5 of mine, some of which I'm sure you guys have already guessed, but needless to say, let us continue on with my top 5 picks. The first one is a relatively new one to me, and that is A Night Before Christmas by Nikolai Gogol. This is a short Christmas story. It's like 60 pages. It is so much fun. It's kind of humorous, a little bit creepy and sweet, and it just makes for a really good quick read to read by the fire on a cold winter's eve. Basically, I also think that fantasy goes really well on a cold winter's night next to a fire, so of course I had to choose The Fellowship of the Ring and The Hobbit, and really anything by Tolkien. He's like the epitome of fantasy. He shaped a lot of our modern fantasy stories, and it's just perfect to kind of cozy up next to a fire and to dive into Middle Earth and the adventures of the hobbits. It's perfect. Also in the fantasy vein, of course, is going to be Robin Hobb's Assassin Apprentice. I actually read this cuddled up next to the fire because I read it in the Christmas time of last year. It was when I first picked up a Robin Hobb book, and this book in particular. And it was perfect. I remember sitting by the tree next to the fire reading this book, and it was very atmospheric and it was very perfect, and it really made my read much more enjoyable. I mean, I would have enjoyed it anyway, but it just, added an extra level of awesome to it. The other thing I like to turn to in the winter months is classics, and I have 2 picks that I think are great for reading next to the fire. First one is Anne of Green Gables by Ella Montgomery. Basically, any Anne book is great to read on a cold winter's eve. It's just fantastic. Anne is very sweet and heartwarming, and it gives you the warm little fuzzies, and there's some Christmas scenes in this book, and I really loved it, and I think it's just great to read and while you're all cozy and relaxed next to the fire. And last but not least, I am choosing Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. This is another one I read last year in November, December, and another great read for cozying up by the fire and cracking it open with a cup of coffee or tea. Charles Dickens is very good at that atmospheric, dark, kind of cold feeling, while also kind of giving you that warm, fuzzy feelings at times, particularly with this book, and it's really made for a really good winter read, and one that I would recommend to you guys if you're wanting a nice book to read next to a cozy fire. Let's count how many times I said cozy fire in this video. I think this video is all about cozy fires. Yes, indeed. Alright guys, those are my top 5 picks for the best books to read while cuddled up next to a warm, cozy fire. So many times. Alright guys, thank you for watching. You'll have to let me know one of your favorite books is to read while cuddled up next to a warm, cozy fire. Anyway, let's end this video before I say it again. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great Wednesday, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!